Daddy's Home 2 in theaters near you on November 10th. Starring in part the man to my right. Great choice of song about walking on water, because he is here dressed head to toe, full on, with the beard and the robe and everything, and the sandals. Will Ferrell dressed as, go ahead, tell the radio audience who you're dressed as today, Will.
Jesus. Courtesy of Spirit Costumes. Made in China, and it's adult, and if you can focus in on the bottom here.
Yes.
One size fits most. One size fits most.
So they're not really committing, are they?
No.
They're not really committing.
One size fits most.
How does it fit you? It looks like it fits.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. But yeah,
And you've got a Dodger cap on as well.
So I want to support my Dodgers. I looked at the calendar. It didn't dawn on me that until yesterday.
Yeah.
That today is the 30th.
It is that.
I thought, God, the beard. A beard really puts me out of breath. I don't know why.
You've got an intake, because it is up against the nose a little bit here.
There's only this much.
Yeah, I just
coverage.
see the eyes, right.
But boy, Jesus does love his omega-3s. Look how shiny the beard. Anyway, my point is, my kids, we have a rule in the Ferrell household, the boys get to pick out my Halloween costume every year, and I have to wear it no matter what.
Okay.
So they had picked out Jesus. I thought, day before Halloween, I got to wear it for Rich on his show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank your children. Thank your children
so
for
this
me.
is courtesy of Axel, Magnus, and Matthias.
Okay.
They thought it'd be fun.
Why did they?
I don't know. There's no last year I was a poop emoji.
So you run the gamut.
One year I was just a heavy-set guy.
Okay.
I think I was Where's Waldo another year. Yeah.
And
so
then,
there's no rhyme or reason.
Okay. And then I just, I very rarely pay attention to another person's sandals, but I noticed that your sandals have your initials on it, W and F.
WF.
Okay.
So
where'd you get those? Are those specifically made for you?
They were specifically made for me.
Okay.
No, I actually went to an outlet mall and they had a WF. I was up in Camarillo.
Or are those Fred Willards? And you're just wearing them on different.
They were in the 30% off bin, and so I lucked out.
Interesting. And then again, it just
Do
really.
you dress up for the Halloween? Do you dress up?
I am going to dress up tomorrow.
Yeah.
My plan is, my children didn't choose this, but I'm going to go as Fatwa Larry David.
Fatwa.
Yes, if you've seen his get-up in his first couple of episodes of Curb
really
this
funny.
Season.
That's great.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Last year, I went as Jim Harbaugh. Got the khakis and the and the hat,
and the cap and the glasses.
Yeah. Put on cleats and khakis. That's
just
the way he
walking
rolls.
up to people and intensely talking to them and pointing.
Actually, I went up and benched a few people, which is really strange when you're trick or treating.
Right.
People are like, what gives?
Yeah.
But it's just the way I kind of rolled.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell here on the Rich Eisen Show as Jesus. It's going to be difficult on occasion to have a conversation, through the beard.
I'm already thinking to tomorrow evening, Halloween evening.
Okay.
I am blazing hot in this, and I think the over under on the beard and the hat is maybe, and the wig is maybe 15 minutes.
Well,
it'll be nighttime.
You should wear that to the game tomorrow.
God, I should throw out the first pitch. Dodgers, if you're listening. Jesus is ready to go. First pitch.
Well, that would definitely get the Astros off their game a little bit.
They probably have Sandy Koufax lined up or something. But you can bump him.
That makes it better.
Yeah.
Just like Sandy goes out.
Maybe it's a 1-2 combo. Sandy and Jesus together.
Well, is Jesus a righty?
I think it depends on the day. Yeah. It's whatever he wants. But this Jesus is a righty. This Jesus could be a lame lefty or a pretty proficient righty.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Well,
have you done the first pitch? Have you ever done a first pitch?
I have.
Did you go from the mound?
Of course.
You have to go from the mound.
Come on.
Stupid question.
I practiced.
Did you bounce it or did you?
I didn't. What I did was
you didn't 50-cent it? Hard right angle?
I didn't. By the way, that's a great
That's
verb.
Amazing.
You verbed it. You 50-cent it.
That's an amazing clip though.
Oh gosh.
Wasn't that the Mets?
Well, that is why it is a frightening thing, because if you dirt it, if you 50-cent it,
if you launch it,
it's there forever. Your children see it. So what I did was, as I went from the mound, and what I did was I threw it, and the ball broke into the right-hander hitter's batter's box. So a lefty might have swung over my off speed. I would have hit a right-handed hitter. And look who caught it.
Okay.
The crazy thing is who caught it. It was at the time somebody who really wasn't very prominent on the Dodgers roster. Kenley Jansen caught it.
Was your catcher.
He was, because he was a converted catcher.
A former catcher, yeah.
So I'm taking credit for his ascension.
I love that you went shades. You went cool guy shades.
I did.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
California guy.
I had
all of a sudden, you're a California guy.
I had to hide the abject fear that would have been seen in my eyes.
One of the crazier ones I did was at Fenway, and I somehow convinced them to let me wear 1975 Boston Red Sox uniform, full uniform.
Like the old Carton Fist.
Louis Tiant.
Oh, Louis Tiant.
I ran from the bullpen as they announced me through right field all the way home, which was amazing because the crowd, it was this low kind of roar as I ran, and they finally noticed but totally winded by the time I got to the mound. Yeah.
And so what'd you do? Did you?
I got it over. Josh Beckett.
Josh Beckett caught it?
Me.
Okay. That's good.
So
But you played 9 positions in one day, right? Didn't you do that in spring training?
I did. 10 counting DH.
Is that so?
Did I bet you know?
There you are in the A's and then a Mariners. So were you more winded then or right now behind this?
Sadly, someone did it this year.
Did they?
I think they did.
Copycat.
And the announcer mentioned the same as Will Ferrell, who is not a professional baseball player. But somehow I get the same credit. Look at that move.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, you try to climb the wall.
Yeah, try to climb the wall.
Not too far, though.
Right.
You're okay. Will Ferrell here in the Rich Eisen Show. Did you watch last night's Game 5?
I was at Hamilton. So dressed as Jesus. No, I was at Hamilton. It was a belated birthday gift to my father.
Okay.
He'd never seen it's finally out here in Los Angeles.
Yes, it is.
And so we took a whole gang of people. And what was fascinating was 3 hours of Hamilton.
Yes.
And then at the end, people immediately checking their phones. And at that point, it was 12:11.
So you didn't miss, I guess.
And then you started hearing people going, you just heard someone like 4 sections over. They tied it up. What? They tied it up. 12-12. Oh, just 12-12. And it spread and we ran to the car and we listened on the radio only to hear them lose.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I guess in a way, would you have preferred it that way, or would you have wanted to sit there and live and die with every pitch?
In a way, to not have to go through the agony. I mean,
yeah.
We were enjoying ourselves. We were having a wonderful family experience. Are you saying would I rather trade in sitting
with your dad?
With my dad?
Yes. I did just ask that.
Yeah.
I did.
But so I feel like I sort of watched it, but I really didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
They could have had the guy who played Lafayette wrapped an update.
They could have
in the first act. Just like, Kershaw's got a 4-run lead. But now they bleed because it's now 4-4.
Right. They could have done that.
By the way, look at me riffing right now.
Note to the producers at the Pantages Theater for tomorrow night, maybe incorporate real-time scoring.
Note to Lin-Manuel Scully.
Think about it. Just think about it. Just think about it.
Seriously, if you had to right now guess the temperature that that's going on underneath that costume right now, what would that be, Will?
I'm gonna go. Well, today's coolish, right? Today's not. We had that heat wave last week.
Oh God!
Right? That was crazy. Thank God it's gonna be 67 degrees Halloween night. Yes, I've checked the weather. I'm gonna say. I'm definitely pitting out. I'm gonna say 85 degrees right now. But your lights are pretty cool here. They're not too bright.
We're trying to keep the temperature somewhat cool for when people show up.
It's more right in here. There's a whole.
Underneath.
It's like an Amazon rainforest right underneath the beard, in the chin. The neck and chin area are moist.
How does Justin Turner do it?
I don't know. Right?
By the way, when you just shook your head, there was quite a movement right there. How does Justin Turner do that? I could not imagine how.
The grooming
alone,
because you keep your beard nicely trimmed.
I don't know. Have
you ever let it really go? It gets
like a cough drop, brother.
Exactly.
No, I've never attempted that.
It starts to itch. It feels crazy. So I don't know how maybe you get past that point. He's desensitized, but you got to watch food. You got to watch all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Let's take a 60-second break. When we come back, we'll talk about Daddy's Home 2 and more with Will Ferrell here on The Rich Eisen Show. Back in a minute. Welcome back to The Rich Eisen Show. We celebrated our 3rd anniversary just earlier this month, and we have a new record here. First of all, not only as Will Ferrell is sitting to my right here, dressed as Jesus, are you the first person to come dressed fully head to toe as Jesus?
Yeah.
You are the first guest we've ever had in the commercial break have their upper cheeks basically patted down for sweat. We've never had that before.
Upper cheek region.
The upper cheek region.
The upper cheek region pat down.
That's pretty.
Yeah. Yeah.
TSA should be experts at that. Now, clearly you are a man who commits when given the opportunity.
Sure. Right. Not afraid of commitment.
What is the one thing that you were asked in your television or movie career to commit to that you yourself, Will Ferrell, said, you know what, that one I can't even do? Has that ever happened?
Good. I don't know if it has. I mean, that was kind of one of my rules when I started on SNL. Is I went to all the writers and I said, I will do anything to get on camera. It just became one of my buddy Adam McKay used to love to just write me into sketches. At some point during the sketch, it would say, and then Will is shirtless. And I'm an average, I'm in average shape, borderline unfit, sometimes more fit than other times, but I wouldn't say I'm grotesque looking, but I think it was freeing for the audience to see someone who looks like the guy next door, willing to just take his shirt off at a moment's
and
notice.
just go tidy whities and whatever.
We did tidy
it takes.
whities.
So you've never said, you know what, I
didn't
just
really.
can't
In fact,
do that.
if anything, I would get in trouble. I got in trouble with the NBC censor once for.
How so?
We did a sketch right after 9/11 where enough time had passed to where we thought we could start to be a little more to be funnier, and sensitivity had died down, and so we did a sketch about an office where everyone's wearing patriotic stuff, a red, white, and blue flag tie, a pin, a lapel. And I came in with red, white, and blue dolphin shorts. And the point was, they were like, well, that's not appropriate. I'm like, well, why are my dolphin shorts any different from your American flag tie? Well, when we did the live show, because at SNL, you do a dress rehearsal show, and then you do the live show. Let's just say for the live show, I tucked the dolphins up a little higher than they should have been. And the censor really got mad at me afterwards because it was live TV, yeah.
So it was asking for forgiveness rather than permission.
Exactly. So I was sticking my rear end into Rachel Dratch's face and things like that. Yeah. So no, I would say, I don't know if I have a moment where I said, no, I can't do it.
Well, then I'll tell you, man, this is a heck of a commitment you're making here today, and I greatly appreciate that. Before we get to Daddy's Home 2, I don't know if you caught this, because there are many Anchorman moments in my life where I will read anything off the prompter sometimes, and I'm like, damn it, that's a Ron Burgundy moment. Right. Did you catch Dick Stockton reading a promo at the end of a half of a game recently? Okay, let's play this. No. This happened. The great Dick Stockton.
The great Dick Stockton. Yes, of course.
Had a total Ron Burgundy moment.
The venerable Dick Stockton.
Play this, please, for Will Ferrell.
That was a rookie, Cam Robinson, and that's a critical penalty. Well, coming up on the Visa Halftime Report, Kurt Terry, Howie, Michael, and Tony look on graphic for the final 2 bullet points.
Yep.
Well.
Look on graphic for the final 2 bullet points.
At least San Diego wasn't told to do something to itself on the card.
Yeah, exactly. At least it wasn't something very naughty.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
That happened.
Wow. Yep.
Even to the best of them. Ron happened to Ron and happened to Dick Stockton right there. And have you heard the story as well? I'd love to get your take on this.
And the poor sideline reporter on that first Monday Night Football game.
Sergio Dick.
Yeah. Which he wasn't reading, but
he did have a moment like that.
But that was me in my first broadcasting class at USC. Yeah, we had a whole television production class where I literally couldn't get the words out, and even though I'd rehearsed it, and when the moment came, horrible.
You had a Sergio.
Big time. Yeah.
Is there a video of that?
No, of course not. No.
That would be great.
It would be, but I don't know. Yeah.
Is that a moment where you thought maybe this is not right for me?
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I just got, the teacher was like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know. It's harder than it looks. I just said, it's harder than it looks. That was my excuse. Yeah, back to you. Boy, this is hard. Back to you in the booth.
That's what I tell all the analysts on NFL Network, all of them, when they come off the field and I'm on a live broadcast with them. The safe word for you is back to you, Rich.
Wow. Yeah.
Anytime you're in trouble.
Because it's
so we had once upon a time, I gave that. I'll tell you the story.
Did you ever get anyone? Have you ever got anyone who just right away just said, "Back to you, Rich"?
No.
Right out of the gate.
This is what happened. It came close. Okay,
Maurice, I like my fake microphone.
That was great. The fist
and the angle.
It is so real.
I'm trying to.
It's so. Like, if you could get it.
Does anyone hold
beard.
it too tight? Okay. Anyway.
So we're doing a Pro Bowl broadcast. Maurice Jones-Drew for the Jaguars is our correspondent for the NFC practice. Right. He's off for the AFC. Yeah. We're there in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It's me, Deion Sanders, and Michael Irvin on the main set. We send Maurice Jones-Drew to do interviews into the NFC Pro Bowl.
Okay.
And we tell him beforehand, any problems, Maurice, just scream back to you, Rich.
Kick it back to us.
He goes up to Frank Gore, then of the San Francisco 49ers, and they're interviewing each other. And he asks Frank what it's like to be back in South Florida because he's from Miami. And he starts to talk about how they should all hang out later on in the Script Club. And me, Deion, and Irv started screaming, "Back to you, Rich!"
What? They're trying to tell me something. Yeah, right. Back to you. Anyway, keep going. Yeah.
Oh my God. So, and then one other thing I want to get your take on. Have you seen Jerry Rice? What he's doing these days? He is.
I don't know if I have.
He's crashing weddings.
For what reason?
Just to, I don't know. There's pictures of him.
Is there some
there
sort of
he is,
tie-in?
right there. Just he's showing up to weddings.
But is he making money off of it?
I don't.
Or just
Brockman? Is he just?
No, they're at the country club up there, and
that he belongs to.
Yeah, right. And so he
he
just meanders into the reception.
You know that when we did Kicking and Screaming, the preeminent
soccer movie of our time,
PG-13 soccer movie of its time. Co-starring with Mike Ditka.
Mike Ditka, right, of course.
So we were doing press in Chicago, and we go to Ditka's restaurant.
Great place.
And we're in one of the banquet rooms, and all of a sudden Mike goes, "Will, come with me." And I think he's taking me into the kitchen to meet the chef. We watch through, and we walk into another banquet room where literally the groom is giving a toast to it's a wedding reception. And he's just like, "Anyway, Judy, you're the love of my life. Oh my God, Mike Ditka and Will Ferrell just walked into the room." He's like, "How are you, Richie? Come over here. Will, say a few words." I have to get on the mic. And
so you actually crashed a wedding?
We with Mike Ditka. And he was he loved it. And I think he would do it every time he was, and it was actually quite fun.
Oh my God. So you've got Daddy's Home 2.
Daddy's Home 2.
You and Wahlberg back together. Now you got Mel Gibson, John Lithgow.
Yes.
Now John is an accomplished actor.
Everything.
Everything, right?
Tonys, Emmys.
He's got them all.
Oh, he's got the whole. He's got the whole.
Right.
He doesn't have any Men's Choices Awards. So. 5-time.
Now there are
Guy's Choice. Sorry, Guy's Choice.
Yeah, pardon me. I don't
on
want
Spike TV. Thank you. Got 5 of them. Got 5 antlers. They're called antlers, just in case you're wondering.
In this film, John plays your dad.
He plays my father. Mel plays Mark's father.
Correct. And in this film, you and John have an interesting father-son relationship.
Yes. John and I have a very open relationship as father and son. We're open with our feelings and our emotions, and we express that physically. And that every time we greet each other, we kiss on the lips for multiple times and many times. And that's how we introduced John into the movie. We're there to pick up our dads at the airport, and Mel makes this, beautiful, triumphant, studly appearance as Mark's dad, and it kind of informs us as to why Mark is the way he is.
Yes.
And then Lithgow comes down to some sort of banjo song, and we immediately embrace and kiss multiple times. Yeah.
Now, how many takes? How many takes?
Well, a lot of takes, but also when the camera wasn't even on us, we kept kissing. And just to piss Mark off, he was like, would you guys stop with the kiss? What's going on? Not only that, the day we shot that were the day my wife and my 3 boys came to watch, and I didn't bother to tell them what they were about to see. And they were like, Dad, how do you do it? It's so embarrassing. And I'm like, well, I'm paid very handsomely.
What a great lesson.
Yeah.
What a great lesson to teach
Paid
your children.
very
So I was
handsomely
about to say,
kiss,
well,
yeah.
we could talk about commitment.
No.
You could talk about professionalism.
Right.
You could talk about hard work. But no.
I'm paid very handsomely to kiss.
Just remember that, sons.
man.
Remember that,
Yeah.
kids. Remember that. Oh, my gosh.
But,
And John Cena's terrific, too. He
Cena's
is
great.
funny as
He's
they.
hilarious.
He's really funny.
He's really funny, and to get to see Mel in like a comedy like this again,
Right.
He's fantastic. But it's definitely worth going to see a sequel. You know, when a lot of times there isn't a reason to. This one really came together.
Is there anything from your filmography that you'd want to do again? Old school? You want to do something? Would there be
Old school, too.
a Wedding
that ship,
Crashers
that
again?
ship is sailed.
What do you
Maybe
think?
just the Chaz character from Wedding Crashers in his own spinoff.
There's something in the works. For
No,
that one.
there isn't. But
No.
I'm just putting it out there.
Can we do it?
We can do. I can do anything I want. I mean, I could. You could join me.
Well, look.
Yeah.
I'm all in. You know, Funny or Die. We're doing something with Funny or Die on this show.
Are you?
Yes,
Oh,
we
great.
are. That hasn't
Fantastic.
gotten up the.
No, it hasn't gotten up to Command Central.
That's 80,000 feet. Where you are amongst the
into-
Funny or Die flow chart.
Into all
Yes.
my monitors and
Yeah. The
Oh,
Funny or
that's
Die's
great.
making videos for us. The Pitch app. We're talking about every Friday.
on.
Yeah.
We're moving and shaking here.
Already in the works is the script for the LeVar Ball School of Homeschooling, right here on the Rich Eisen
That's
Show.
fantastic.
Yes. See, so you didn't even know we already have a partnership.
Way to go, Funny or Die.
Yes, from the boss.
And yes.
Well done.
Hey guys, you're doing great work.
Send this man a memo. Daddy's Home 2 in theaters near you on November 10th.
November 10th.
Than's for showing up here.
Oh my gosh,
I
my
appreciate
pleasure.
that.
Thanks.
By the way, there is a shower in the green room. Should you care to need it?
I'm
right
gonna.
here.
You know what? What is it? 11:42 Pacific Coast time.
Yes.
I can go 24 hours in this. Yes. Show up to my kids' school
Yep.
for the Halloween parade tomorrow.
Are you coaching AYSO in between that?
I'm coaching with my wife.
Okay.
We're coaching the U9 Anacondas.
Nice.
Yes.
That's fearsome. That sounds fearsome.
It fearsome and having lovely experiences with parents.
Just
Right?
like
We were
I
just
am
sharing-
with
yeah.
my AYSO.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
what happened this past week. I'm in the middle of coaching and
And
then
parent-
the ball rolls out of bounds. A mom picks up the ball, and I think she's about to throw it back to me, but instead, she's holding on to it, goes up to her child on the other team, and asks him if he wants a play date with his friend later on. And I'm the coach standing in the middle of the field. I now need to basically say,
Can
"May
you
I have the
please? Can you please stop interrupting the game?
We'll talk play dates later."
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. That's fun.
Yeah.
But you should show up like that.
I should really freak out the kids like this.
Well, love having you on. It's great to see you here.
Good to see you too, Rich.
You got it. Check out Daddy's Home 2 in theaters near you on November 10th.
For more Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Rich Eisen Show app.